Now we will talk about descriptive measures. There are two types of descriptive measures, measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion. Regarding the measures of central tendency, there are three measures, arithmetic mean, median, mode. Regarding to the measures of dispersion, there are three measures, range, standard deviation, and variance. Now let's see what is the definition of each measure of these measurements. The first type of measures of central tendency, the first one is arithmetic mean, median, and mode. What is the mean? The mean is the sum of values in the data group divided by the number of values. For example, in this example, we have three values. How to find the mean? The mean equal to plus 3 plus 4 divided by 3. So it's 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So the mean in this example equals 3. Now, the median. To find the median, or the median is the middle item when the data are arranged from least to the greatest. If we have data like this, the first step, let's arrange the data from least to the greatest, 2, 3, and 4. Now, how can we find the mean? The median are the value exactly in the middle. Type, if we have one more value here, how can we find the median? Where is the value in the middle? Here in this case we have two values in the middle. To find the median, you will add them and divide by 2. 3 plus 4 divided by 2. Now, the mode. The mode is the most frequently occurring item in the data. The mode is an excellent measure for central tendency when we have quantitative values. But a mode is the only measure of central tendency that we can use when we have qualitative data. Now let's see how can we, regarding to the measures of dispersion, we have three measures of dispersion. The first one is the range, the second one is the standard deviation, the third one is the variance. Regarding to the range of a quantitative data is the difference between the largest and the smallest values. So, for example, if we have data like this, 2, 3, 4, what is the range for this data? It's 4 minus 2, greatest value minus the smallest value, it's equal to. The standard deviation as a measure of how each item of the data varies from the arithmetic mean. Each deviation is squared. This squared value are summed, and the sum is divided by the number of observations. So the formula to find the standard deviation equal square root. He said first we will find x minus mu, so it's x minus mu. This amount will be squared, so x minus mu squared. And then this amount will divide it by the number of observations, which is n. So this is the formula, and then take the square root of the value, so this formula for the standard deviation. Regarding the variance it's not a new expression or new measure, it's exactly like the standard deviation but squared. So variance equal standard deviation squared. Now here quickly let's look at the formulas to get the measures of the central tendency and the measures of dispersion. If we have a data set, what does it mean, data set? Data set means values like this, 2, 3, 5, 7. If you have that set of data, it's called data set or set of data. How to find the measures of central tendency and the measures of dispersion? To find the measures of central tendency, the mean equals sum of values divided by the number of values. The median, arrange the values and select the value in the middle. The mode is the most frequently occurring item. Arrange the maximum value minus the minimum value. Next, to find the standard deviation, as we said, sigma equals square root sum x minus mu square divided by number of elements, and the variance is in standard deviation square.